July 13th, but I was scheduled to leave by 30. Right there,
I see him over there. I like to sit next to each other.
Professor Levis is like, oh my god. I'm gonna deal with him some more.
So Matt, I won the league last year. I had the last place pick this time, so I have to prep. So it went in that I was supposed to get 144 points if we 10 by 10. Everyone under, like, that's a 60 one. They had no idea what the number was. 60, but I was supposed to win by 10. But a 60-point gap, you're not supposed to do that all. Everyone under, everyone. Not one of my people.
Research girl and stuff.
It's not how I started to get. I like 10. I started with I was 60 to win, and then I got down to 2%.
Very cool. Exciting.
Not listening to anyone again in a draft.
Wow.
Hello. I have a gavel now.
Alright.
Okay. So Nikita's gonna do roll call.
Okay, Dante Di Gregorio.
Here.
Rita Colonis. Present. Miguel Hoyos.
Here.
Tess Sullivan. Present. Benjamin Tomini.
Here.
Brianna Acosta. Here. Isabella Lau.
Here.
Joshua Ballesteros.
Here.
And if I say your name wrong, please
No,
correct
you got
me.
it, thank you.
Zari Lynn Campbell. Sonia Hussein. Present. Jack Doyle. Oluwatomisin Kaloba. Elias Alexander. James Goldberg. Alexander Howlett. Riley Jackman. Present. Alex Tom.
Here.
Alex Logan. Paige Marshall.
Here.
Madison Mello. Marcus Chiga.
Here.
Marcus Rocha.
Here.
Gianna Rose. Haley Rose. Here. Chris Russell.
Here.
Jason Sanchez. Tamia Smith. Nilsa, how does your last name? Toshkin. Nilsa Toshkin. Lucas Weber.
Present.
Cindy Kozel. Present. Perry Levis.
Present.
Melissa Marca.
Present.
Ted Zito.
Here.
Matthew Jakes.
Present.
That's it. Thank you.
Okay. Hi everyone. Welcome to our first election of the year. So really quickly, I'll go over what today's going to look like. So we're going to have speeches given by the people running for vice president and speaker, and then remarks after the fact. In between, the vice president and the speaker will have to do counting of the ballots. The majority number that you're looking to win is 14 votes. And then, what was it? Yeah.
There are 4 people who came on today that aren't here. We don't penalize them for that.
Yes.
The count is actually
12, okay. So the new majority number is 12. And then after this meeting, we will adjourn for a short recess, and then we'll actually have our parliament meeting. So first of all, I'd like to say that I have validated all of the proxy votes, and now I have to approve the leaves. So firstly, Alex Logan is not here today due to illness. Can I get a motion to approve that leave? First by Representative Russell, second by Representative Tommy. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? Approved. Second, we have Jason Sanchez is missing this meeting due to events this evening. Can I get a motion to approve that leave? First by Representative Doyle, second by Representative Kong. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? Elias Raleigh-Gendron is missing this meeting due to an illness. Can I get a motion to approve this leave? First by Representative Tommy, second by Representative Russell. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? Approved. Madison Mello is missing this meeting due to a soccer game tonight. Can I get a motion to approve this leave? First by Representative Doyle, second by Representative Kong. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? Next, Cindy Kozel has to leave at 9 p.m. Can I get a motion to approve this leave? First by Representative Sullivan, second by Representative Russell. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions?
Ted was gonna say.
Lastly, Tamia Smith is missing this meeting due to prior commitments. Can I get a motion to approve this leave? First by Representative Goldberg, second by Representative Sullivan. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? Okay. So, yes.
Brianna has,
I have to leave at 7:30. That's the only time my friend can get me.
Okay, can I get a motion to approve this leave? Alright, first by Representative Goldberg, second by Representative Sullivan. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? Okay. Now we will move on to the remarks from our candidates for Vice President. First is Representative Sullivan.
Hello all, I hope you all had a fun summer and feel rejuvenated for this year ahead of us. I'd like to start off by introducing myself to not only the new faces in the room, but also the returning Parliament members. As other than last week, the last time I saw most of you was at the Storages, and let's just say I was a different person on that dance floor. My name is Seth Sullivan, I'm a social work major, a senior, and I'm looking to be the next Vice President of Student Community Government. My SCG journey started last year, serving on the Executive Council as Speaker. I ran on the platform making SCG more accessible for the average RIC student. With my growing confidence, I felt more comfortable creating that space. My passion for creating community for students, especially for freshmen, stems from how I spent my freshman year. That spring semester was spent watching BoJack Horseman with my best friend, the Don Buffalo chicken salad. I don't think there was a louder cry for help, but like most things, it got better. I stayed in the radio where I was pushed to be secretary, and flash forward to last week, I was able to host a music festival where over 150 students attended, where only 3 years ago, I'd be over the moon if 30 people showed up. Being pushed to my potential gave me the confidence that inspired me to become more involved, a recurring theme in my life. I now advocate for the Hope Scholarship as an ambassador. I was an orientation leader this summer, but first, I was speaker of SCG. As Jamie's dad jokes, that test, she's gonna look back and think of how she just let the years fly by. I love being speaker. I wasn't perfect, maybe calling someone girl in the middle of a meeting wasn't my best work, but hey, can't say I didn't make it accessible. Being able to learn a concept and explain it until it makes sense was a strength that I learned through being speaker. In addition, behind the scenes, I was able to be a voice on the keyboard with a different perspective and advocate for voices that may have not made it up to that office. Being vice president, I would be able to amplify these voices even louder. I've been able to hear from a lot of students, leaders, on the issues they face on campus. But the most impactful stories were from the parents in my social work class, orientation students transferring to RIG, and even my friends from summer camp. These are students who are just trying to get their degree, and they deserve to be advocated just as hard as their student leaders. They just don't know where to find that advocate. If elected, I would work on targeting students whose opinions slip through the cracks. Students who do not feel heard, they don't know where to start to find a voice for these issues. The PR committee would work on reaching students who are not usually represented in these conversations. Then the deputy speaker and I would work on creating town halls on specific issues we find reoccurring in these conversations with students, inviting key players to hear directly from the student voice, not just us. Through these meetings, we could find passionate students to join SCG and an advocate, as we should all be striving to diversify. I heard stories from our trans students, our students of color, our students with disabilities, our non-traditional students, and they deserve a seat at our table. I reach out to our cultural orgs and unity centers so we can begin to accurately represent the RIC population. Our school prides itself in diversity, but bluntly, Parliament does not reflect that. We have already grown so much in size, let's continue that trend. For my returners, how many of you were already joining this meeting because you knew how long it was going to take? It's because of the election policy. We do too many revotes in between without any new information. We vote, wait with elevator music in the background, then we watch the election commission come back and then say we have to do another revote. Are we supposed to think, wow, the way they sat the candidates that they're awkwardly waiting for the results really changed my mind? If elected, I'd work on a new election policy to speed up the election process. Second speech, round of questions, even debate would be done so much sooner so that we aren't wasting our precious time. Another way I'll prioritize our time is shutting up soon. Although I'm usually the first to make jokes, I do generally love Rhode Island College. I graduated high school with a low GPA, no sports or extracurriculars, and not a lot of friends. Rhode Island College is able to give me that and so many other students a second chance. That is what makes us special, and that's why I always fight for our sibling that only we can make fun of and nobody else can. Thank you, and I hope I have your vote.
Thank you, Representative Sullivan. Up next is Representative Weber.
Hello everyone, my name is Lucas Weber. I'm currently a sophomore here at Rick, and I'm running to be your next Vice President of Student Community Government. Since my first semester, SCG has been an integral part of my time here at Rick. From serving in our parliament, I have enjoyed every chance to represent constituents and strive towards positive change here at Rick. Change for the Rick community at large. I have served on the Conditions and Services Committee, where I helped lead the SCG annual survey with over 600 responses last year, and on the Public Relations Committee, where I worked with former Vice President Costello to kick off the full update and redesign of the SCG website. This summer, I stepped into the role of Public Relations Director and hit the ground running. I updated the leadership information across all of the platforms, built a social media calendar, and started new ways to promote SCG to students. Public relations is something that I'm passionate about, and I'd like to continue building on that momentum as Vice President. One quote that has always stuck out to me is, quote, "Leadership is not about being in charge, it is about taking care of those in your charge," quote, and it's a quote by Simon Sinek. This quote always resonated with me because it's how I approach leadership. It reminds us of why we are all here today in this room. We are the student body empowering change on this campus, driving the voices of the student body to encourage, to ensure that they are heard at the highest levels of Rhode Island College. The role of the Vice President is about supporting and empowering others, as well as making sure everyone has what they need to do to succeed, not just about being in charge. Something I take both kind-heartedly and with passion. Outside of SCG, I work at the IT Help Desk, where I spend a lot of time listening to student and faculty concerns every day and help them connect to the right offices or people to help them out. This work has given me the opportunity to build strong and robust connections throughout all of campus that I can bring to SCG. I'm also a resident assistant, helping to build a community where students can feel safe, inclusive, and supported where they live. If elected as Vice President, I will work to keep SCG organized, make sure student voices are heard, and push for changes that we need to function efficiently. I'll also make sure that Public Relations Committee and Elections Commission, our members, do meaningful work and can see their work actually pay off. I want to also diversify the way we do tabling. Dills and hot chocolate are great, but I believe that we can be more creative and interactive with students, so students really get to know what SCG does and also have some fun while doing it. Some of the activities that I think we could do is a spin the wheel type of activity, apple cider donuts in the fall, or even incorporating a food truck to draw students in on a good day on the quad. And finally, I want to strengthen the constituency process. That means putting the entire process clearly on the SCG website so students know exactly how to get involved, and making sure that all parts of campus, whether commuters, residents, grad students, student athletes, etc., all have fair representation in Parliament. I'm running for Vice President because I believe in students supporting students, and I'd be honored to have your vote tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Weber. Is there any write-in candidates for Vice President? Is there anyone who wants to write in for Vice President? Okay. Well, I guess we can end. Is there any write-in for Vice President? Okay, I think the answer's still no. So, make sure that, so we're gonna hand out ballots, make sure that when you get your ballot, you write in the top corner, the number 1, because it's our first round of voting. If we go for another round of voting, you'd write a 2. So we're gonna start with that.
for that.
This thing's for me.
Example, McGill.
How's that? His eyes, you know? Good. Yeah. But 16 last year.
Look how it's tied here. Look how it's tied.
Yes.
For the meeting, not selection.
And then at one point it goes to questions, and then it's really far down to me.
So goddamn slow.
Hold that.
You got that email? About the person from the coffee shop? Yes. I saw that.
And it was also more of a concept of
Yes.
like, could we have an alumni?
And whoever it is.
Yeah, oh, that's cool.
It's not only about college. I mean, it is about college, but she said that she would be willing to come back.
Yeah. But that's good. It's hard since we struggle finding like regular exams, but like they probably start after they leave. That's a good idea.
Anyways.
Just something to add this topic.
Alumni and regular nights.
Technically, Plastic Peaches is an alumni band. There's only
My
one.
favorite alumni band.
There's only one alumni. But it's true. Technically. I'm very biased. We have them here a lot. We do not need them for that.
Well, this is, she's in the guitarist
Oh, graduate science.
that lives in Warren.
So what's your major then?
It's like right before that.
It's so easy to
Okay. Having received the majority of 17 votes cast, Ted Sullivan is hereby declared to have been elected to the office of Vice President for the remainder of the 2025-2026 term. Okay. Next is the speaker. So first, our first candidate for speaker to give remarks is Representative Jackman.
Hello everybody, for those of you who don't know me, my
name is Riley Jackman. I'm a senior here, finishing my last year of my psychology degree. Throughout my time, I've become a decently active student on campus. I'm the secretary of Woodson, class office, and the newly reinstated ski and snowboard club, as well as an active parliament member and a peer tutor. All of these things have taught me I need to put organization first, and I believe that that's an important quality for a speaker to have. More importantly, however, being a member of all these organizations brings me in contact with a wide range of students, who I can hopefully persuade to join us during our meetings, and if not, I'll settle for bringing their issues here myself. During my time as speaker, I would like to focus on making our meetings more accessible and entertaining. As a parliament representative of about 2 years, I understand that sitting and listening for the length of these meetings can be exhausting. So I would like to work to create more opportunities for you all to bounce ideas off of each other and hopefully boost problem solving and enjoyment without jeopardizing the functioning of our meetings. Another way I would hope to make Parliament more accessible is by providing food. For me at least, 7 p.m. is such an inconvenient time for a meeting because it's when I like to eat dinner. My hope is that by catering these meetings, we won't need to worry about fitting a meal into our busy schedules. I joke with my friends constantly that I care too much about the things that I do. I love expanding my knowledge and working to make this school a more exciting and welcoming place for students. I'm happy to say that after all my time on Parliament, I've grown attached to this community as well. I'm excited about the changes I can see for Parliament and the ones that I'm not even aware of yet. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Jackman. Up next, we have Representative Tommy.
Hello, everyone. First and foremost, I want to start by thanking you all for doing what you do, for taking the time out of your busy lives to come here together and uphold the responsibilities that are entrusted us by the student body. This is very cool what we do. We are the voice of the student body. So I want to thank you for your care, your commitment, and your contributions. I want to thank you for the nights you spent here looking at the older faces, the nights you will spend here looking at the new people, and for being here right now. Now a little bit about myself. I'm Ben Tomany, I'm a junior. I studied political science, among other things. I've been in the class of 27 secretary since my freshman year, and a member of Parliament since my sophomore. During my time at Parliament, I have served on now Vice President Sullivan's Bylaws Committee. I helped run and plan Storgies with our Secretary Columbus. I helped lead the response, SCG's response to last year's program cuts with many of you. Me and President DiGregorio actually interviewed the at the time interim provost and got some clarifying answers as to why the administration made those decisions. So now I want to tell you about what I would like to bring to Parliament. For starters, I'd like to introduce an idea I have called bylaw breakdowns. Bylaw breakdowns will look like simplified guides for students to use when they're dealing with processes that they deal with the most. I'm blanking right now. Oh my word. No paper's hard. So, students are often confused when they come to SCG, when they're trying to start a club or request funding, or just learning how an election works. Bylaw breakdowns will look like guides that these students can use to then interact with us easier. It makes it so they come to us more prepared, which in turn makes our jobs a little bit easier. When a student comes in a finance or SOC unprepared, it takes more time to get them where they need to be. By having bylaw breakdowns, which would be guides we can post on our website, or at student events, or on social media, we can help them move forward and achieve their goals. The next thing I want to bring up is that the DiGregorio administration has a lot of new policy changes coming our way, and I want to make sure that we handle them efficiently. So to do this, I want to introduce a new process for handling policy changes. In Parliament Session 1, that could be this Parliament session, another Parliament Session 1, a policy comes. It's introduced, it's discussed by all of us, and it's critiqued. Then the following week, that policy will go to bylaws, where we will take those critiques and we will address them. We will refine the draft. Then, at the next Parliament meeting, that policy will come to Parliament ready to vote, ready to go. It won't be like we're getting a policy dumped on us, and the administration goes, well, the e-board goes, vote for this, please. It's the first time we've heard of it. And last but not least, I want to make Parliament more welcoming and accommodating. I want to start meetings with icebreakers. And we won't have to go around the room and say what our favorite roast food is. Just talk to your neighbors, get warmed up, get your ideas going. And we all know hard one can go long, and if you don't know, you will find out. So I do, like Jackman, I want to make sure that we have water, we have coffee, we have snacks, so everyone can stay focused, they can stay comfortable, and we all stay together. Because I want to make this point that more than Parliament, we're a team, and we were trying to improve around college together. So I'm almost done, but I want to tell you all about what speaker really means to me. And to me, it's all about you guys. You are the voice of the student body. It's simply up to the speaker to make sure you all have the equal chance to speak, to call something bullshit when it's bullshit, to bring forth your ideas, and to make sure that we're all doing our best for the student body. So I hope you can vote for me, and let me do my best, and thank you.
Thank you, Representative Tommy. Now I will open it up to write-in candidates. Do we have any write-in candidates for speaker? Do we have any write-in candidates for speaker? Do we have any write-in candidates for speaker? Okay. Same thing, same deal with the other ballots, right? One at the top. What else do I have?
Please go from one place to the microwave.
I realize. I saw you just.
I've already made the request, I've already made them from that. It's no time.
Someone said that was.
It's not a pornography project, really.
I almost have to give her a call.
Sharing Riley's.
Sauce.
I don't remember food.
I'm so sorry.
What?
They have them on Amazon.
Oh, I have a file. But I heard James, I didn't know that there's James Red Bulls. Like beer, like summer ale, fall ale. Who would know that? So many. So many.
There's like a coconut one.
I know, my students bring it into the classroom. I didn't know there was a hot name for hot name bottle.
Hands look cool. Okay, shout for the market. That's why anytime I was like probably got classes. What do you guys do? What gave you away? the
My
purpose
little
of
minion.
my community is literally just to wake me up. Like, I don't do it every day. If I have like
There's some people who like drink some coffee and like grad assistant, like I know a person, she was and so we worked together so
I
closely
know.
that
I
sound like
pretty
each
black
other.
and I
Like,
drink small
we'll
and
get
I
like
drink
we'll get an email from a student, excuse me,
I have like
the same espresso machine.
I just drink that tiny shot.
I've done it.
Do you like it? Does it do a good job?
Having received the majority of 14 votes cast, Benjamin Tomedy is hereby declared to have been elected to the office of Speaker for the remainder of the 2025-2026 term. Okay, now, congratulations first of all to our winners, and second of all, now we're going to move on to remarks from our VP-elect. So, yes.
Hi, 8th grade, I ran for class president and I lost, and that really stunk. And I always kind of cared about advocating for students and young people, and so I'm really excited to be in this role. Vice president's a really big deal, and I do not take it lightly. I will work really hard. Please come and talk to me about all your problems. I would love to listen. Thanks. Thanks for voting me. Sorry.
Okay. Next, we'll move on to our remarks by the Speaker-elect, Representative Tomedy.
Alright, well, I just want to say thank you guys. This is a huge honor for me. I'm really excited for what we're going to get done this year. There's a lot of new faces, and there's a lot of us here. I'm amped. I'm amped to get work done. So I hope you all feel the same way.
Great, thank you. All right. Okay. Okay. Thank you for everyone who participated and all of our candidates today. Can we get a round of applause for everyone? Okay, so really quickly, we're going to do a 10-minute adjournment and recess before we start our actual parliament meeting. So can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting? First by Representative Doyle and second by Representative Russell. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? All right. Adjourned. Come back in 10 minutes.
Are you sick or coming back?
That's all.
Alright, go back. I'll see you on Monday.
Still.
You're gonna do bylaws?
I don't know, when are you gonna meet?
I'm gonna be on the bylaws. It's gonna be bi-weekly stackers of cars. So.
Okay. I mean, I'm on
Wait, you said
Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have no availability. So, it depends on what you guys need, and I was talking to Dante about what committees I have time to go. He's trying to fill spots for the RIC committees too.
Oh, these are
Right, and the idea of like adults that try to like tell us that we can't do something, good luck. Like, so, we'll see. We'll see, but I put in for last week, because I thought that was all the committee options, and I know everything that was available. But I put in for bylaws, and I put in for conditions and services. I know Dante put me on conditions and services and finance, obviously.
The email too.
I don't know what conditions and services is gonna be, and I think I have to wait to see.
Yeah, because no one's ever that.
We want him to.
So I guess Tess will tell us. I'm happy to do as many committees as possible. They just.
You get money.
I don't think you do. I get an extra 10, like, thank you, I get an extra $10 for being here, right? But does it matter how many committees I'm on? Should they? Okay.
And if not, then if you do, you still get the same. So I think
Yes, I think we should, I would agree. Yeah.
No worries. Why, Ted, do you wanna know?
Let's do it.
And then
Right, rules, emails. And like,
Oh my God.
and for me, it goes, the other faculty and administrators, and then everyone. So,
because it's voted upon by finance and then by parliament, so it's not just,
Right.
it's not just.
Right.
Yeah, but you have to also ensure that like the people who are in these roles are not corrupt. And that's
I'm for it. 100% correct.
Come on, Melissa, I ran to go get.
But there are like
Really hard.
there are so I'm not in any question.
Alright.
So it's on right now, we'll get that.
Okay, but Mike is so thoughtful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
So maybe a little unethical, that's something that like is, you know, if the students are doing something to be unethical, that's kind of like why there's faculty reps and there's.
Gotcha.
That's great.
I'm simply here to. I'm not a member. Yeah. I take a lot of notes.
Nothing, yeah, but, yeah.
One of your questions.
We're raising our own pay. Talking about raising
They just raised their head. They just raised their head.
He wants to do, so if they're on Tuesdays.
I didn't say I wanna do it, I was saying.
If they're on Tuesdays are hourly, if they're young, if they're on two, $40 to take up, so like boost their prime pay. But if they're on 3, maybe they don't get it, so.
Good, I don't want Marcus to have to do this anyways, because I want him to go to school. So, Marcus.
If they're on 10, they still don't go. There's no, because probably.
Mary Archibald.
Yes, they don't keep money and then not.
I think you should, committee, that would be a better
Listen, I used to be a
solution,
teacher,
if that's what you're
so
saying.
you're
Then,
not. I understand school first.
committees, we'll just have more committee meetings and get more done, right? I was actually saying, I believe most committees.
Okay.
Oh, this is like, found it out.
So it's not gonna be the longest meeting.
It is.
Yeah, do that, there you go. That's it.
Wow. Everyone rise to the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I haven't seen you all again just because it's a separate, technically a separate meeting and I know some people have left. Dante Di Gregorio.
Present.
Rita Colonis. Present. Miguel Hoyos.
Here.
Tina Sullivan.
Here.
Benjamin Tammany.
Here.
Brianna Acosta. Isabella Bob. Here. Joshua Ballesteros.
Here.
Zaria Lynn Campbell. Sonia Chatayan. Present.
Always.
Oluwatomisin Solola. Elias Farley Gendron. Jamie Goldberg. Or James, sorry. Alexander Howlett. Riley Chapman. Alice Tom. Alex Logan. Paige Marshall. Madison Mello. Marcus Pacheco.
Here.
Marcus Rocha. Gianna Rose. Haley Rose. Chris Russell.
Here.
Jason Sanchez. Tamia Smith. Nilsa Tashtian. Here. Can you tell me again what it is? Tashin. Tashin. Yeah. Okay, Lucas Weber. Cindy Kozel. Present. Carrie Levis.
Present.
Melissa Marcotte. Present. And Cito.
Here.
Matthew James.
Present.
That's all, thank you.
All right. Everyone take a moment to look over the agenda. All of you have it sent in your email. And then we'll approve that. Can I get a motion to vote on the approval of the agenda? First by Representative Doyle, second by Representative Russell. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, next you also have the meeting minutes from August 27th, 2025, our orientation meeting. Look through those minutes. Raise your name card if you see any issues. Okay, can I get a motion to approve the minutes? First by Representative Doyle, second by Secretary Colonus. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? Approved. Okay. Is there anyone here for open forum? For open forum. Okay. Then we'll move on to our officer announcements. First is President Dr. Oreo. So to start, we're going to be inducting our newly elected members. So I think she will just do it from here, so you guys are already here. In a second. Okay, so first, Tess Sullivan, if you could read this.
I, Tess Sullivan, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of Vice President of Rhode Island College Student Community Government, Incorporated, and will to the best of my ability protect and uphold the bylaws of SCG. I will promote a sense of community and foster the growth of student interests and welfare as a whole, and honor the integrity of the mission of Student Parliament and all of its committees and commissions thereof, and Rhode Island College.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Next, we'll be inducting our speaker, Benjamin Tommy.
I, Benjamin Tommy, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of Speaker of Rhode Island College Student Community Government, Incorporated, and will to the best of my ability protect and uphold the bylaws of SCG. I will promote a sense of community and foster the growth of student interest and welfare as a whole, and honor the integrity of the mission of Student Parliament and all of its committees and commissions thereof, and Rhode Island College.
All right. Okay, now on to my actual announcements. First of all, welcome to your first real official Parliament meeting. I know this is a strange one. Usually we don't have an election before everything we do. As actually now Speaker Tommy has mentioned, I have a lot of different things planned for this year, so I'm really excited to do that. We did a lot this summer, which I'll be going over later on. Currently, we just started the year. I've been appointing people to their committees, which I'll announce at the end of this meeting. We've been going over policy in our board meetings. Miguel's been giving me a lot of pushback. So I'm really looking forward to this coming year. I think that's all I have for now until we get to what we did over the summer. So up next is our Vice President remarks from Vice President Sullivan. So I yield the floor.
Thanks. Hi. Thanks again. I'm really excited to be Vice President. Big things coming. Everything I said in my speech and then some. If you signed up for PR or elections, I'll be reaching out to you soon about figuring out scheduling for that, and just like times and stuff, because unfortunately I'm very busy. I don't have time for SCG, but if you could just, I'll let you all know about that. Number two, had a SEC meeting, that went great. Shout out Jamie, shout out Zaria for showing up. We are making strides. It's going to be different than last time, I promise. I already started reaching out to people, we're getting things figured out, but big things coming there. And then I didn't really plan a lot, but the main thing is GroupMe. I realized that most of you are not in this. I'm going to pass this around, just scan it. The app's gonna be free. It's a blue little guy, it's moves like this, and then just scan it with your phone, but also pay attention to what everyone's saying, but also, this is probably really important, please join this group. So I'm gonna start, starting there. Alright, that's all, I yield back to President Gregorio.
Up next for officer announcements, we have Secretary Columbus. I yield the floor.
Thanks, Dante. Hi, everyone. I know some of you guys, but if you guys don't know me, my name's Marina. I'm part of the vertical volleyball team and of course the SCG secretary. SOC meetings will start this Friday. I've reached out to some that are already on my committee. It'll be from 10 to 11. If you want to join us well and you're available during those times, feel free to reach out to me. But that's all I got.
Thank you, Secretary Columbus. Next we have Treasurer Hoyos. Yield the floor.
Hi everyone. I'm looking for more Parliament members to be on the Finance Commission because right now if one or two get sick, we don't have quorum. We got a lot of non-Parliament members, which is good, but I need a few more Parliament members. So if you guys are still looking for committees and you're free during free period, sign up for Finance Commission. It's also pretty interesting. And then I have gotten over 50 president and treasurers at my meetings, the president and treasurer meetings, which is mandatory for all of them before I will allow them to sign off on anything finance related for their club. So if you guys hear clubs talking about they don't know how to do finance stuff for their club, or they haven't heard about a meeting, just tell them to contact me or give me their name and I can reach out to them. Thank you.
All right. Next we have officer announcements from Speaker Tommy.
Hello everyone, once again, thank you. I'll be reaching out to members who are on bylaws shortly. The initial plan right now is to have bylaws meet bi-weekly, staggered with Parliament, so Parliament, bylaws, Parliament, and so forth. I'd also like to be sending out shortly some information on resolutions, which is a new idea that's going to be revived by President Gregorio. So it's going to be a new way for us to bring solutions and ideas to Parliament. And it's new, so I'm going to send out some resources on that. Thank you.
Thank you. Next we'll move on to Constitutions and Organizations Conference reports. So I yield the floor to Secretary Columbus.
Yeah, so we have 3 constitutions that we're going to go through today. One is a new club, Unidos World Language, and then the other 2 are just revisions to their constitutions. So there's a motion to bring them on. Do you have to make that motion or is that to bring in a club?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Can I see a motion to bring in Unidos World Language Club? First by Representative Doyle, second by Representative Hoyos, Treasurer Hoyos. All in favor?
Aye.
All wait, okay. Everyone pay attention. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Any abstentions? Okay.
You want to just stand like
Sorry, brother. All right, if you want to give the Parliament just a little rundown of your club and
The name of the club is Unidos World Language Club. This club will be based on supporting the students who are not only bilingual, but also trilingual, multilingual, and also multilingual communities. We are also going to support the multilingual education. And also, we would like to support and give some help and resources to the students who are interested in developing their skills in languages, such as French, Portuguese, Italian. In other words, the languages that Rick, maybe UR2 offers. So yes, that's exactly what the Unidos World Language Club is going to be based on.
awesome. I'd like to open the floor to any questions.
Oh, yes.
It's Marina has to have it.
What kind of events will you do with your club?
We would like to make maybe events with Muslims, with Latin American organizations, also with Asians, so with any nationalities or communities too.
How do you plan on getting people interested in your club?
Since the beginning of this, not this semester, last semester, there were many students who are interested in being part of the club. So, yes, and also today I had the opportunity to be with LASU, and there were some students who showed interest in being part of the club.
So will your club be like language exchange or like awareness events, like what kind of stuff?
Like you said, language exchange. Also, we're planning to do donations, etc.
Okay.
Any more questions? All right, I would like to seek a motion to approve the Constitution for U.S. World Language, first by Representative Doyle, second by Representative Goldberg. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? All right, passed. You're all set. All right, next I'd like to seek a motion to bring in Rick Film Society. First by, I was about to say Speaker Sullivan. Vice President Sullivan, second by Representative Goldberg. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions?
You have to activate.
So hi, I'm with the Rick Film Society. We wanted to change our names from the Ocean State Film Society to the Rick Film Society, because our club is kind of more specific towards Rick, and we think it's a better fit for who we are and what we do.
Awesome. Any questions? All right, I'd like to seek a motion to approve this name change. First by Treasurer Hoyo, second by Representative Doyle. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? All right, you're passed. Alrighty. Next. All right, next I'd like to seek a motion to bring in the anchor for the Constitution revision. First by Vice President Sullivan, second by Representative Doyle. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? All right. Hi. I know he's right here.
That's in the corner of shame. It's
Hi. So the anchor has some changes to the Constitution we want to make, mostly in terms of inclusion, making a better system for ensuring our contracts with our members and our advisors. Some small kind of nitpicky wording changes to make things a little bit more clear. We also are looking to remove a position and add a different one. Would you like me to go through all of that specifically? Okay. This might take a minute, I'm so sorry.
And everyone has copies of the Constitution, so you guys can look
In your
along with it
email.
as well in your email.
Okay, so starting off in Article 4, which is eligibility, 4.1.2, we would like to add that no paying an active Rhode Island college student shall be prohibited from being a part of the anchor newspaper unless expelled for misconduct outlined in Article 4.4. Article 4.4 later on lists what specifically is personal conduct and what should be followed and what should not be violated. 4.1.3 is in addition to that, no paying an active Rhode Island college student shall be blocked from viewing any anchor content, including but not limited to social media posts, stories, or graphics uploaded to the anchor newspaper website. I think that's pretty clear. It's just to keep any member from being excluded from joining or from being able to see what we post or Next is under 4.3 active staff and membership. 4.4 personal conduct is an addition with 4.4.1 and 4.4.2. 4.4.1, sorry, tongue twister. Anchor members will conduct themselves in a respectful and professional manner at all times in accordance with the Rhode Island College Student Handbook. And 4.4.2, disrespectful behavior, including but not limited to derogatory language, personal attacks, harassment, discrimination, intimidation, invasions of privacy or sharing of personal information will not be tolerated. Also, just to avoid any messy situations among staff members, and to maintain respect. Next is in Article 7.1, Editor-in-Chief. These are both very small changes. 7.1.6, votes only in case of a tie in all non-election meetings, basically for voting clarification. In Article 7.1.9, we also made another small addition, responsible for, in the editor-in-chief responsibilities, responsible for responding to all complaints, suggestions, or compliments from the public and the RIC community after consultation with the executive board. We just wanted to ensure communication between the president and the rest of the executive board. The next, further down, 7.3.14, this is under business manager, is responsible for the downloads and updates of any and all computer applications, just in addition to we did have our former business manager in charge of, and just ensuring that that still happens. Next is 7.4, art director. I'm so sorry, that's a lot. 7.4.4 takes down attendance for all the weekly meetings and sends it to the rest of the executive board and maintains an updated roster of membership. Again, just something we wanted to instill. Under art director still, 7.4.10, responsible for the creation of all election ballots. Same reasoning. Art director, 7.4.11, assumes other related duties delegated by the editor-in-chief. I believe that was just, 7.4.11 was just a number change. That was just correct there. Next are two of the major changes. 7.5 is our advisor. We added 7.5.3 and 7.5.4 basically to ensure that our academic advisor adheres to his contract. If the faculty advisor violates their contract, they are subject to steps 1, 2, and 4 of Article 13.1.2. 13.1.2 is the outline that we created that the designated steps for if somebody files a contract and what we should do. And then 7.5.4 is again just to ensure their advisor is doing what is outlined in his contract, must provide professional critique of the anchor when needed, give constructive criticism to editors and writers, and uphold communication with the anchor executive board. 7.6 is a bigger change. The anchor has both a academic advisor and professional advisor. Our professional advisor is not RIC staff. She works for the Boston Globe. She comes in and gives us professional critique. And we added, it's basically a repeat of the responsibilities of the academic advisor, but for professional because she did not have a specific place in the Constitution before and we wanted to give her one. I'm looking at 8.1 membership now. We have removed 8.2.5, and I was actually looking at this last night, and I don't believe that should be removed. I think that was a mistake on our part, so you can disregard that. But we did mean to remove from 9.1 section editors, 9.1.2.5, responsible for the recruitment and hiring of all staff members within their section. Our section editors are like our subboard, and while we consult them when it comes to hiring for their section, we decided that that is an executive board decision rather than a subboard decision. 9.1.2.8, we added, so it's writes at least 3 articles per month. but added at the discretion of executive board members. This is just to make exceptions for people who have lives, just in case people are busy and they can't write that many times per month. More little things, sorry. 9.1.5.2 under sports editor, coverage on all or any relevant or national sporting events. Before, it was included that they would only report on student sporting events, but we wanted to include that they could also write articles on things on a country and national-wide level and sports and whatever. I am almost done, I think. 9.2.2.2 graphics editor. There's only, we literally just deleted something. 9.2.2.2.1 provides all graphics and edits of graphics for the anchor. It said print and online at the end. We got rid of that because we thought that was an unnecessary distinction. Further down, 9.3 copy editor, we are removing completely. The copy editor is a position that has not been in use in quite a long time. It basically takes on the duties of the managing editor position, which is my vice president, just extra. Every article goes through assistant editor's hands, section editor's hands, the vice president and mine. We don't think it needs a fifth editor to look at it. That's just unnecessary. So we're removing that. Further down, 9.4.5, we added a distribution manager, and under that, I won't read all of that to you. We added a distribution manager and its responsibilities. Before distributing newspapers to the entirety of campus was a volunteered position, and we wanted to give it a designated position so we actually have a point person for that, and we also wanted to make sure that somebody was keeping track of where newspapers were going, who's communicating with the different buildings on campus, who's making sure that we're actually getting them delivered, and et cetera, stuff like that. Looking at 10.1 staff membership, 10.1.1, a member shall be considered staff for contributing for 2 consecutive issues. At the end, it says out of a 4-week period. It doesn't necessarily matter to us that it's out of a 4-week period. We don't think that's necessary. The next few things are really little. 11.4, higher positions. 11.4.2, each candidate will be interviewed by any or all executive board members before the hiring decision is made. We added any or all just to ensure that it could be either one of us or all of us or any member of us doing hiring. 11.5, term of office. 11.5.1, the term of office shall begin June 1st and conclude May 31st of the following year. Just clarification. 13.1.2 is the interesting one I was talking about earlier, having a distinct course of action for if somebody violates a contract. Do you want me to read it? Or
We can read it.
okay. And that's the last one. Thanks, sorry. So much.
Well, let's put it into consideration, this has not been revised since 2014.
A very long time.
So, and it's 12 pages long, so the fact that clubs are coming back and revising them is fantastic, so thank you for doing that. Yes, I'd like to open the floor to any questions.
Alright, I only have just a couple of things. One, 7.6.3, where it says if, you forgot the letter of the capital I at the beginning, but that's just a minor thing. But the reason why that was not, but the big thing is that we said if the faculty advisor, but isn't the professional advisory usually not someone from Rick, if I remember correctly?
You are correct. When you look at 7.6.3,
yeah.
That is a typo, that should say professional. You're right. Thank you.
Well,
give you props because it's a lot of work that you did, and those of us who have other parts of our lives, like sitting on nonprofit boards where we've had to do what you just did. It's an intense amount of work, and I think you and your colleagues, like your classmates, did a great job. So that was my comment.
I appreciate it.
For 4.4, sorry, this is gonna be similar to Matt's.
That's okay.
Wendy, it says personal conduct, is that supposed to mean personnel conduct?
I'm sorry, I'm lost. Hold on. 4.4, personal conduct. Yes.
Okay. And then, do we have to amend the proposed constitution? And she also said that 8.2.5 you didn't need to get rid of?
Yes, there was one thing that we mistakenly crossed out. I do believe it's, yes, 8.2.5.
Thank you.
Like the whole paragraph. 8.2.5 is responsible for the recruitment and hiring of all staff members within their section. We don't want to get rid of that.
Alright, I'd like to seek a motion to amend those changes. Okay, first by Representative Goldberg, second by Speaker Tommy. In section 4.4, sections 8.2.5, what was the last one?
7.6.3.
And 7.6.3, alright. Alright, motion. First by President Gregorio, second by Representative Goldberg, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? Alright, now I would like to seek a motion for the constitution revisions, first by Representative Russell.
I'll make a point of order.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I think Representative Marshall has to abstain as they are the business director of Anchor. Sorry, you're all ready here for me. Sorry, just want to give a heads up. Sorry. Just wanted to.
You wanna read it?
Yeah, I'll redo the motion, alright.
Wait,
That's-
Tio.
Sorry, I'm gonna just do a timeout because I have to listen to this. Does anyone see an umbrella?
Oh.
This?
Yes.
Not yours?
Sorry, I just can't listen and talk at the same time.
Thank you, and sorry for the interruption.
Alright, final shot, alright. I'd like to seek a motion to approve the constitution's revision of the anchor, first by Representative Goldberg, second by Representative Russell, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? Yes, fast, love it. Alright, you're all set.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Now moving on to new business, I'm gonna go over the SCG summer report, just going off of some things that we did this summer. And if I miss anything, the other board members can chime in. So the first thing I'll say that we did this summer was a lot of recruiting. If you can tell by all the new people that have been showing up, we have actually, we've handed out 52 petitions in total since last spring, which is a lot of people. We have a lot still out there waiting to come back. We updated the website. Thank you, Lucas, who has. He was incredibly helpful with the website and anything there. It's not even like done yet, but it's a start and it was great. We updated all the pictures. There's a lot of outdated pictures. Also, I should mention, next meeting, we're going to have someone here taking photos so that we can continue to update the website. So keep that in mind. Dress up nicely or however you want to put yourself out there. Also, I hired the entire cabinet. Very happy with my decision. Besides chief of staff, still working on that. We did a retreat with Dean of Students, Ted Zito. That was really fun. We got to hear a lot from Jess Raphael. We got to hear from Cindy Kozel and Kristen Warner. A lot of people actually. I don't remember all of the names, but Anastasia, yeah. So we got to learn a lot about like the different part-time departments on campus and what they do. We got to hear a lot of feedback from Cindy Kozel. Very helpful information. And we got to like work together as a team and figure out how we work together. Obviously, we worked on a lot of policy. simplest being switching everything down to ours because we were struggling with recruitment. Then also testing a lot of the old logic of our policies, like, for example, the student activity fee increase, stuff like that you guys will be seeing in the upcoming weeks. Then also, we never got the chance to, but Miguel and I are working on having a meeting with the new provost to talk about the cost of textbooks and sorts like that, to see what we can figure out in that realm. Vice President Sullivan and I had a meeting with Cell about the new engagement platform. For those of you who don't know, we now have the engagement platform. I think almost all of our clubs are on there. Now that we have a vice president, we'll be able to update the SCG version of that. I invited most of you to join that. If you haven't, check your email. I'll probably send it out again. So we were working on that, trying to see where we can get improvements there. If anyone feels like they have any preferences on what they want to see there, feel free to talk to me or Vice President Sullivan. Speaker Tommy, sorry, a lot of new positions. Treasurer Boyles and I met with our new lawyer, which we all voted on 2 weeks ago, so the last meeting. We started our very difficult search for the programming new treasurer. Sorry, Daria. And then I met with NSP to discuss an event we might be doing, which I will not disclose yet. If there's any other things that the board feels famous. Oh yes, the new lawyer hours are going to be every other week during Finance Commission. Do you know if they're going to be, once the finance meeting times change, if the lawyer will be matching that or no? You don't know, okay. So I'll update you on that, but eventually the Finance Commission is going to be every other week, but on a different week. So we're going to figure out whether or not the lawyer will be there at that time. And that's all I got for the summer report. Okay. Next, obviously, we had the resignation of Deputy Speaker Tommy. So now we have the declaration period open until Tuesday on the 23rd until noon. So I'm going to be passing this around, but I'll quickly give an overview as to what the Deputy Speaker does. The Deputy Speaker runs Conditions and Services Committee, which basically is supposed to address like the different areas on campus, things that students want to see changed with the campus, which helps now that we have the campus master plan happening, which I've also been on this summer. Also, you run the town hall meetings. Town hall meetings is basically, it's kind of like Parliament, a lot of Parliament members can be there. Students can show up, usually there's like a topic on what the town halls are going to be. And we hear from students their thoughts and feedback. We're trying to make them more public this year, more in front of everyone, so we can actually get real feedback. The Deputy Speaker also does the survey, the annual survey at the end of the year. And I don't know if I'm missing anything else significant. Okay, so I'm going to pass this around. Sign up if you're interested. I can also send the exact role description to anyone who's interested. Okay, now while that's going around, we can move on to updates and remarks. So first we have our administration update from Ms. Cindy Coles. I yield the floor.
Great to see everyone here, great to see the new faces, the returning faces, and I think we're up from this room already, so we may be moving downstairs. One of the big pieces that was talked about at the orientation meeting 2 weeks ago was committees. And I know that it is our president's job to appoint people, but I wanted to put a plug in for some of the new people that weren't at the orientation meeting, that the RIC Council committees are critical to have student voices on. Those are college-wide shared governance committees to really look at different issues. So there will be some committees that will get filled tonight and some that don't, but we're looking for students to represent the voice of the student body. There are also 3 project teams for strategic initiatives this year: Pathway, Hope, and Advising, looking for representatives from student community government. Tess has taken on the Hope Committee because one of the requirements was to be a Hope student scholarship recipient and a Hope ambassador. But the advising and pathway work projects are looking for students, and those are great ways as we look at pathways, flexible ways, making sure students get out in a timely manner, flexible curriculum, opportunities within different schools and majors, and then advising. Assuring advising is for all students, from entering students to graduate students, BPS, adult learners, transfer, etc. So really looking at these are important committees that we need to think about. The other is today at the Involvement Fair was the first homecoming table, and homecoming is coming back. Homecoming is an old tradition that is coming back, October 17th and 18th. It is alumni and family weekend, so it is for students, alumni, and all of your families. There are tons of activities starting Friday night with an alumni versus current students women's volleyball game. There's a Lion King show that the gymnastics team is putting on. There are reunions and school and major programs. Saturday, there are athletic events, there's tailgating, there's family festivals, and there is a golf cart parade where we need our student organizations and res halls to bring back the float parade back from old time. So there are, I think, 15 golf carts available. So we're looking, and I'm suggesting that SCG needs to have a great float to get this up and running. So I'm putting the plug out there that we need to be the leaders and be one of the first groups to sign up, and there are prizes of that. There's also Anchor Madness is that night, and then the #1 Zach Brown tribute band is playing in the rec center, and all students get a free ticket because our budget has covered the cost of that. So it is not that they're free, that we're not paying. This group is a big group and we're paying them, but student success is covering all the student tickets. So we're just encouraging students, if they want to go online to the homecoming site and get their tickets so we can get them. And today, as people were signing up, we were giving out cowboy hats and t-shirts, and they were pretty popular. So, but it's great to have everyone back, and today was great to see all of our clubs and organizations in action for the Involvement Fair. It was crazy to see all the students lined up on the quad to come in to see all of our clubs and organizations. It was amazing, so great job.
Thank you. I should also, on the topic of committees, point out that we're looking for somebody for the ad hoc committee on federal policy right now. So if you're interested in that, I have committee application sheets as well as any other college committees and SCG committees. So meet with me after if you're curious in any of those. Next, we're moving on to Dean of Students announcements. So I yield the floor to Mr. Tenzio.
Thank you. First of all, good to see you all. There's been some really great, I'll comment on my love of seeing students in action. The quad is packed. I love my office. It's very distracting because you can see everybody out there. But there's a great vibe on campus, lots of great programming, and some major events. I always had a huge one over this past weekend, which was really cool to see some pictures among other events you all are doing, so congratulations. I do want to plug Rick Connect. Is anyone familiar with what our Rick Connect is? Right? Okay, so Rick Connect. That is our engagement platform that SCG has so generously drove and got this year. It was a lot of work. We have one of those representatives in this room who fought hard for that, Mr. Matthew Chase, amongst all of you in this room. So that was accomplished, and the team worked really hard to get that launched. So we're up and running. So please encourage you to visit the site, sign up, and then let's drive our clubs and our orgs to the site to start making sure they're all signed up and gearing in and taking advantage of this. It is going to be the platform to communicate, to make sure your clubs and orgs are organized, ready to go, and also be a great place for our calendar of events that will be user-friendly and easy to use. So RICONNECT.RIC.edu is the website, easier Rick Connect. And so please do that, use that app and promote that. Just great to be back with all of you. I'll say that again. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Up next is our faculty update, and we'll start with Dr. Perry Levis.
Hi everyone, I'm Perry Levis. I'm a professor in the Department of Political Science, and I run the major in public administration. And my colleague and friend Melissa and I will try and give some updates that come from a faculty and teacher perspective. So the first is that I would ask SCG to continue to be engaged around what is happening to the majors that were on the chopping block last year, and that decision that was made. And so when we meet with the new provost, who's not only is there a new provost, but there are 3 new vice provosts that they brought in. And I think it should be an important part of the discussion to not just track what's happening, but to actually understand what is going to be that process and what is happening to the students that either were in that major or were interested in that major. So that's one update. The next is that next week is our majors and minors fair, where students will have an opportunity of seeing what departments have for majors and minors. And if SCG could encourage students to go to that, that'd be terrific. And then I'll have to plug my own Department of Political Science, that next week we're having a Constitution Day. It's the anniversary of the signing of the Constitution, and we're having a trivia night next Tuesday night. So if you have any interest in political science and public policy and public management, feel free to come and talk to me.
Okay, thank you.
Will there be food at this? Of course there'll be food at the event. I ordered the food. There's pizza, cookies, lemonade, water, and for Jamie, coffee. Right?
I'm just trying to advocate for my students, okay?
Yeah.
Ms. Cindy Cole.
Just, the date for that majors and minors fair is the 24th.
Oh, it's 2 weeks, yeah.
But it's really, really important, so if we could get the word out.
Thank you. Up next, we have a faculty update from Dr. Melissa Marco.
Yes, so I wanted to make a comment about the FAST Fund. So for those of you who aren't familiar with FAST Fund, it is an emergency fund for students where they can request up to $500 for emergency purposes. It doesn't go towards financial aid. The school isn't involved. It's run through private donors, and it's, the requests are overseen by current faculty, former faculty. And so just as a clarification, we have been getting a lot of requests for things that aren't necessarily emergencies. People just like, it'd be easier if I had this money, and I'm like, it'd be easier if I had that money. So if there's a student in crisis, like they lost their job, or they're like with somebody in the household even like lost the job, or even if they get like a flat tire, and tires are like expensive to replace, anything that's like an unexpected, oh my god, I need $200 out of pocket all of a sudden, it's like that's the type of emergency that we're talking about covering. We don't cover textbooks or the course code things anymore, and one of the reasons we did that was to try and promote the conversation around not requiring students to have to pay so much for textbooks. And so as you guys are having those conversations, I'm more than happy to also pitch in, attend any of those meetings, and talk about what we've experienced in the FAST Fund, talk about it from a faculty perspective, about the things that we can do, and also our perspective of like when textbooks and course code, things are kind of necessary. So happy to have those sorts of conversations, but textbooks and stuff don't count as emergencies. But that being said, the donors, we have a good chunk of money, and we are here to help people who have these like legitimate emergencies, and I feel like not enough students actually know about that. So it would be great for you to get the word out on that it does have to be an emergency. Yeah.
Thank you. Next, we have our alumni update from Mr. Matthew Jakes.
All right, thank you, President DiGregorio. Cindy already touched on the homecoming weekend. I don't have any other announcements now, but I expect to have some updates the next week.
Okay, thank you. Next, we'll quickly go through appointments, resignations, and vacancies. So first to the bylaws and adjudication committee, I appointed Elias Raleigh Gendron, Jamie Goldberg, and Riley Jackman. For conditions and services, I appointed Alex Logan and Marcus Pacheco. For elections commission, I appointed Joshua Ballesteros, Zariel Campbell, William Dempsey, and Lucas Weber. For finance commission, I appointed Gage Berklas, Zariel Campbell, Marina Colonis, Kendra Floor, Ava Marchesalt, Marcus Pacheco, Jefferson Fan, Chris Russell, Isaac Swenson, and Benjamin Tomney. For public relations, I appointed Jack Doyle and Alexander Cobb. For student entertainment committee, I appointed Zariel Campbell, Jamie Goldberg, and Riley Jackman. And lastly, for student organizations committee, I appointed Joshua Ballesteros, Sonia Chatayan, Jamie Goldberg, and Alexander Cobb. For our resignations, Gianna Rose resigned from Parliament due to changes in her schedule, and Benjamin Tomney resigned from deputy speaker to run for speaker. Okay, next is issues of Parliament members. This is the time where, yes, Nikita.
Sorry, we have to, that has to be.
Oh, yes, okay. Could I get a motion to approve my appointments? First by Representative Goldberg, second by Representative Weber. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? Okay. Passed. Sorry, I said it. Okay, up next we have issues of, and then for vacancies, we have vacancies across all committees and college committees, so if any of you are interested, come up to me, I can show you what the college committees are, and I can give you a committee application form. I know we have some new people who weren't able to fill those out yet, so meet with me after. Next we have just Parliament members. This would be the time for any of you to raise any of your own concerns or resolutions if you have any. So do we have anything for issues of Parliament members? Representative Chatan?
Does anyone here know about Viva Engage?
What?
About what?
Viva Engage.
I've never heard.
Okay, so it's a social media platform like situation for Rick. Every student has access to it. The thing is that when you post on it, it sends a mass email to every student. I have made a few posts.
I really enjoy. What is it now?
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, I want to know everyone's opinion if that's okay.
Hey, you did that?
Well, no.
Is that what you mean, or just in general?
Just in general, because anyone can post on that and send a mass email.
It probably should be limited just in case.
Yes.
Just in case I said. I'll write that down. What is it called?
Viva Engage.
Eva?
Viva Engage.
Yeah, we'll get that done. We'll figure that out.
I love that.
Okay. Okay, anyone else? It's a Microsoft problem. Watch out.
Is it like an act, like you thought you were doing something, well, people think they're doing something privately, but then it ends up getting larger scale? Is that what the issue?
I think I think I knew that it was going to be sent out to students. I thought it would be in the community.
Oh, I see. And then it went larger.
But it's just.
That was my personal reason, but I think they raised a good point that at least that was harmless, it was funny, but like, other things might not be. I think that's a concern, right? Don't want to put words in your mouth, but that's what I was concerned about.
Okay. Representative Khan?
Yes, I'm scared. I'm concerned about SOC because I do have a 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. class.
This is not going to go on it.
I was gonna wait till the meeting, but I was gonna see about if people can schedule differently.
Okay.
I was gonna wait till the meeting, but.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
tell people what SOC is for those that may not know what that acronym is?
Of course, it's the Student Organizations Committee, so all of the clubs I saw today went through that process. They start with our committee and they bring us their constitution and we help them approve it to get to Parliament.
Anything else? Representative Ballesteros.
So if we just got like those like appointments for the different committees, then is Friday similar to that, or is Friday like testing the waters like what those of being on those committees, or?
Do you mean just for SOC?
Oh, sorry, it's
not all committees
it's
are
not related to SOC.
Okay, not all committees are on Fridays. It's up to the chair of the committee.
Yeah, mine just happens to be on Fridays. So.
Okay.
Yeah, so talk to the chair of your committee and they will figure out time with you. They should be reaching out to you, but if you don't hear anything, you can always bug that.
And we should get an email from them if since now that we've been appointed to like different.
Yeah.
Okay.
They will have a list of everyone that's been appointed.
Thank you.
Anything else or issues or problems? Representative Campbell.
Hi, I'm the president of programming, and we're currently looking for a treasurer. So if you're interested, or you know anybody that may be interested, please have them contact me. Zaria Campbell. You can have them email me, or go on the programming Instagram. Rick Programming. Please, thank you.
Yeah, also feel free to reach out to me if you're interested, since we'll be the ones doing the interviews for the position. Representative Rose.
So for context, I'm a social work major, and I've heard a couple of complaints regarding the social work building and its disability accessible nature. There's some ledges around the campus, and they can be anywhere between like 1.5 inches to like 3 inches, but for able-bodied people that might be not a big deal, but for people who are using canes and wheelchairs, it's actually very restricting. So I wanted to bring the issue up in case there was a way that could be looked into.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm on the committee for the campus master plan. That's going to be going around campus and changing things. Based on what I hear from students, for example, I hear from Tess constantly that there needs to be another crosswalk between Lots I and J, so that's one thing that we're bringing up. So I'll make sure I bring that up to them, so we can figure that out. Okay, Mr. Petito.
Thank you. Just to piggyback off for the master planning, is that next week we're having a student event on Wednesday in the quad that's going to be promoting the opportunity for students to get feedback towards the master plan. We're looking for down the road for all these great exciting things that are happening in our spaces that way. So certainly addressing those issues that are raised, but we want your ideas and we want to know what this should be for going forward. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Treasurer Hoyos.
I have a question for you all. So, do you all feel comfortable speaking in here, like to everyone? Would you guys be down for like an icebreaker or meeting or something? And not always like, oh, my name is Jack, my major is computer science and stuff, but like other things that you guys might also get involved in, planning an icebreaker, like I feel like that could help us feel like everybody's a team and you're welcome to contribute ideas.
Representative Goldberg.
I think that's a great idea, as long as Tess doesn't ask me what my favorite token is.
So many streets.
Representative Pacheco.
I just wanted to say that while you're talking about the planning and accessibility, there's a section outside of the bistro, when you make like a left out of the bistro, there's a handicapped accessible like, I don't know what you call it, the little ramp section where it clears the curb. There's one on one side, but then the other side that leads to the walkway that'll take you to the parking lot isn't there, that just doesn't exist. So people have to go around the entire set of buildings to go up to like catch a bus or, and that's like where the ride buses are and stuff. So like maybe we could fix that spot.
That's a good idea.
I've seen people struggle with that.
That's great. For now, we'll stick to the question that Miguel asked, but that was a good point. So anyone in regards to icebreakers, whether they feel comfortable speaking out in Parliament, stuff like that? Representative Doyle?
I think we would never have to do icebreakers if we all went skydiving. We'd all be pretty good.
That's gonna be up to whoever I pick for chief of staff.
That sounds horrifying.
Okay, any other thoughts and feelings about icebreakers? Okay, how about raise your hand if you are like icebreakers? Okay, I 100% agree, we should do icebreakers, I think it's fun. Okay, anything else for issues in Parliament? Going once, going twice. Yeah.
I mean, I just wanna say that I feel like while there's the big planning thing coming up, these like the accessibility stuff is not something for like future planning. Like there are people that need it now, and so I just think that like it should be prioritized a little bit more than like, let's talk about future plans where we can fix it later.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what we can do about it or what you guys can do about it, but I just didn't want that to just sort of like sit to like something like that, where I'm like, well, that needs to be fixed like yesterday.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, like we can't.
I work at the 988 Lifeline, and one of my coworkers is alumni here, and she walks with a cane. And she had a lot of problems getting in and out of the social work building, and like it would result in like her falling, and you know, amongst the physical pain, nobody should have the embarrassment that comes with that.
Right, 100%. So.
Yeah, I don't have any immediate solutions to it obviously right now, but I will see what I can do in my,
Make a suggestion, bringing those to two places, Anastasia Rodriguez, who is the VP for Admin and Finance, and Center for Disability Access, because both of them will jump on those right away, because these are critical issues.
Thank you, appreciate that, I'll reach out to that. Anything else for issues of Parliament? Going once. Going twice, am I missing anyone? Did you want to say anything? Okay, oh, he's ready to adjourn. Okay, well, that being said, I'd like to pass a motion to adjourn this meeting. First by Representative Weber and second by Representative Doyle. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Any abstentions? Adjourned.
I love using the line, really.
Quiet.
Sorry, I just have to take it at the end too because of leaves and things like that. Dante Gregorio, Marina Colonis, Miguel Hoyos, Ed Sullivan, Benjamin Tammany, Bianca Acosta, Isabel Bob, Joshua Ballesteros, Diane Campbell, Sonia Chassain, Jack Doyle, Oluwatomisin Falola, Elias Alexander, James Goldberg, Alexander Hallett, Riley Jackman, Alice Hong, Alice Logan, Kate Marshall, Alice Bello, Martin Pacheco, Martin Rocha, Gianna Rose, Haley Rose, Chris Russell, Jason Sanchez,